Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD. Went to the Back and Placement Source. Not a crazy big video here, just want to highlight a couple things I've been seeing and didn't, really have a place to put it other than Road to Part 1, which we will talk about this stuff on Road to Part 1 with the homie Peter Spatek coming up on Sunday. Definitely don't miss that. And by the way, the title for that video and the whole topic on that podcast is definitely going to be polarizing, to say the least. We'll see how it all shakes down, but definitely you don't want to miss it. Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Definitely don't miss Road to Part 1 on YouTube and all podcast services. But we are going to touch on this. I just wanted to just talk about it a little bit more and just have it, just more out earlier than the episode itself, because we do have a really cool tweet here from at The Last of Us TV. They've been doing a lot of reporting about The Last of Us show and everything, and been doing a lot more coverage than I have yet, because I'm just waiting for the trailer, waiting for things to really pick up with that show. But we have a lot of casting that we'll also go over in Road to Part 1. But specifically here, he talks about how an HBO employee got the access to see the Last of Us HBO original series. And so we have a few things involving the release date, the length of the trailer, and a couple of reviews that we had here as well from an assortment of different HBO employees. So starting off here with the tweet, it says, according to alleged HBO employee on Reddit, the Last of Us trailer is about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, should be revealed next month, September 26th, The Last of Us Day. Quote, Pedro Pascal looks and sounds amazing as Joel. As a big fan of Last of Us, this got me really excited. This show is going to be huge. And I want to touch base here on, this is something that's probably not the most, revolutionary take or revolutionary guess, right? But it definitely does make sense to have this debut on The Last of Us Day, September 6th, formerly known as Outbreak Day, which of course was changed last year due to, 2 years ago, because of course we have an actual outbreak, right? But The Last of Us Day, September 26th, definitely looking forward to it. And I would definitely put a lot of money down if I was a betting man on we're gonna see this trailer on that day, on The Last of Us Day. And it being 2 minutes 30 seconds, hey, that's a great meaty trailer. That's a lot of meat on that bone right there for that trailer. I really like how that is shaping up to be a very long, meaty trailer that of course we will break down here on the channel. And lastly, I want to read this Reddit thread here that has been allegedly a couple of employees at HBO that gave their opinion on this whole thing. So it says here for the first one, oh, by the way, this is T McGuys Z. He says, I can't confirm this happened. I was on the company call. Let me just say, as a Last of Us fan, the show looks solid. When they told us they were going to show us a preview of the show, I lost my shit. The trailer was longer than I expected, around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I recognize a lot of scenes from the game. Also, Pedro Pascal looks and sounds amazing as Joel. He continues on to say, I was lucky enough to be on the call to see the trailer. As a massive fan of Last of Us, it got me very excited. This show is going to be huge. A lot of scenes in the trailer were ripped straight from the game, but they also teased some new scenes too. This is great because I would love, for this trailer to not only have those iconic classic scenes and recreate those scenes, right, but to also have these new scenes of hey, there's a lot of new in this show that has been kind of seeping out over the course of the few weeks, involving some castings and everything, which is probably a video in itself, because we got a lot to talk about involving, according to the casting, what we could see in this HBO series, right? Let's go into some more stuff here. We have Forget X Closure saying, is there anything or anyone you could compare Pedro's Joel voice to? I'm going nuts trying to imagine what it sounds like. Very glad to hear someone who is a fan of the game is impressed with the trailer. That bodes well. Of course it does. If you're a fan at HBO and you're enjoying the trailer, definitely a good sign here. But he responds here, I would say his voice sounds like how it does in The Mandalorian, but with a subtle southern accent. I'm cool with that. Sounds like it makes sense, Joel's voice is kind of that's how I would describe that, where Joel's voice isn't overly southern, it's definitely has a little bit of a southern twang to it, but it's not a true 100% southern accent, you know what I'm saying? So that's really cool to hear right there. T-McGuys goes on to say, yeah, it's hard to compare the voice to anything else he's done because all of his characters have different voices. I will say that his voice for Joel fits the show for me. Then he goes on to end with, they didn't say when the trailer was being released online, but I think it would make sense for them to release it on Outbreak Day next month, aka The Last of Us Day. It's too early for me to comment on the chemistry between Pedro and Bella since the trailer didn't show a lot of dialogue between the two, but I can definitely definitely say they give me Joel and Ellie vibes seeing them on screen together. So we're not going to see a lot of dialogue between Joel and Ellie in this trailer. I guess I can see that, you know, this being like the first trailer, maybe they want to show a lot of different things and not stick on one scene too much to have a different dialogue section and everything. Definitely makes sense. My only thing is that, like, you know, I just think back to when, you know, Pedro Pascal got the role as Joel, and, you know, he was saying that he didn't want to play the game or didn't play the game straight up so that he can have a different, unique performance on playing Joel, and didn't want to just copy the performance of Troy Baker being Joel, right? And for me, I don't think that quote bodes well. That's just me personally. I kind of don't like it when actors, you know, don't at least take in the source material that you are acting upon, right? Like, Joel is a character, right? Like, I'm gonna need you to know that character, right? I understand you want to have a different, like, and not, you know, want to copy. I understand that, but you still got to know the material, right? So I'm, you know, and that's just been something that has been just on my mind for the past few months. But, you know, hearing all this from an HBO employee, if this is true, seems to be pretty good for the project itself. So we will see with Last of Us Day this year. I think it's pretty likely, but down below, what do you think down below about your thoughts? What do you think about all this that has gone down here with this trailer? Are you excited for it? Do you think that we will see it on Last of Us Day? Let me know all those thoughts down below in that comment section. And while you are down there, make sure to check out that description. You can find links to our Discord, our Twitter, and of course our Anchor link that way you can listen to our long form content in podcast format. Those of course being, of course, Road to Part 1 going on right now. We're 2 episodes in. We got 1 more to go on the 3rd episode coming in the week on Sunday. Definitely go check out that, and definitely go be on lock for that on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc., or right here on the channel. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Store to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.